Sometimes in our sadhana, my friends, it seems that even God Himself will test us. Test us to make sure that we want Him and Him alone. And so as Mother Parvati was doing her tapasya, her goal was only Shiva, only Lord Shiva. Nothing else will satisfy her but to have God, but to have Shiva. Lord Shiva, to test Parvati's devotion, this young girl's devotion, He called his Saptarishis and He told them, go to her and speak very bad things about me. Say all the bad things that you can about me. Tell her and discourage her. Tell her to stop this penance, to go back home because it is useless. And so in obedience to Lord Shiva's command, the Saptarishis went to Parvati Ma. And they said, why do you worship Shiva? Shiva is so ugly. Shiva has a garland of skulls around his neck. He has, for his deodorant, ashes of dead people. He sits in the cremation ground. They said very terrible things about Lord Shiva, hoping that Parvati's devotion would wane, hoping that she would give up her quest for God. But Parvati was adamant. She said, how dare you speak of my Lord like this? O sages, I tell you this, even if Lord Shiva himself were to come and tell me, stop this penance and go back home, I will not. Even if I don't find Him in this life, when I'm reborn, I will seek Him again. And even if I have to keep on striving for 1,000,000 births, I will continue until He comes to me. You see her determination? That is what our Guru Maharaj tells us in Chandabani, perseverance. Perseverance means not to give up. To be determined, no matter what. Once you set your sight on the goal, the spiritual goal, do not give up, no matter what comes. Heaven or high water, no matter what comes, don't give up. So my friends, we have to face tests in the spiritual life, just like a child who goes to school has to face tests in every single class, in every single semester. And only when that child passes satisfactorily the test is that child promoted to a higher level. So also we have to pass the test that we face in the spiritual life if we are to be promoted in the higher levels of the spiritual classroom. We cannot avoid them. The tests are there to make us better, to make us stronger. And so when they saw that Parvati would not give up her devotion, Parvati said to them, O sages, I fall at your feet and I beseech you to go home. It is already late. It is too late to try to discourage me. I who have given my all to God will never turn back. For me, this is a one-way street. For me, there is no turning back. When the sages Deki Premu Bole Muni Gyani Jai 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 Jagarambe Bhavani. When the sages beheld Parvati's devotion or love for Lord Shiva, they cried, Jai Jai Jagarambe, glory, all glory to you, Bhavani, O Mother of the universe. I told this story before, I shared Bhakta, just to show you that how many tests we face. His name was Kanapa. And one day he saw the Shivlingam. He was a hunter, an untouchable in the eyes of the world. But when he saw, on the lingam, the eyes were drawn in white paint. And he saw that one of the eyes was bleeding. He couldn't bear it. He said, how is my Lord's eye injured and I have two good eyes? He plucked out with an arrow one of his eyes and put it on the lingam. It was absorbed and the bleeding stopped for a while. And then the other eye started to bleed. And with the help of his friend, he plucked out his second eye and placed it on the lingam. Even though he went completely blind, he couldn't bear the thought that the Lord's eye was bleeding. This was a terrible test that Kanapa had to pass through. But what happens if we overcome? In this next Chaupai, Tulsidas writes, Jai Rama Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Jai